Continue to follow the Ian Mitcham murder trial, where today a judge declared a mistrial in the penalty phase of his case. The jury trying to decide whether or not he gets the death penalty. Mitcham, convicted of murdering Allison Feldman, a young woman in Scottsdale just starting out her life, had just bought her first home. Back in 2015, she was killed in that home. So he's facing either the death penalty, which has to be by unanimous decision by jurors, or life in prison. But the jury today said it couldn't reach a verdict. 12 News journalist Tiani Jadaling joins us live in Phoenix with legal experts telling you how this case is going to move forward. Tiani?
Troy, according to what legal experts tell me, this trial is not starting over. The sentencing phase continues. This just means a whole new set of jurors will be chosen to make the decision of whether Ian Mitcham will spend life in prison or receive the death penalty. After several days of deliberations between jurors deciding the fate of Ian Mitcham, the individual convicted for the murder of Allison Feldman, the judge declared a mistrial after jurors reached an impasse.
The jury has sent out a written message that they are at an impasse. They don't need any more clarifications, that nothing would resolve the impasse. So at this time, I am declaring a mistrial just as to count one in the penalty phase only.
This comes following several issues involving the jury panel. Tuesday, a juror was removed from the panel after making some sort of comment. But as to what could have led up to this decision, criminal defense attorney Hector Diaz says this.
That's the thing that jumps out to me in a case like this, that there was just, possibly something that they heard about Mr. Mitcham's life that they felt, might have been deserving of some kind of leniency, and then you had a group that maybe wasn't.
11 years ago, Mitcham never knew the Scottsdale woman, with prosecution calling this a crime of opportunity. It was DNA evidence that eventually linked the convicted felon to the murder scene. As for the decision of what will happen to Mitcham, Diaz says a whole new jury will be picked to help decide that.
There's a complete new jury that's going to be picked, and they will go and panel that jury. I imagine they're going to try to do this as quickly as possible.
Now, the county attorney's office is also left with the decision. They must decide whether to retry the penalty phase or agree to a life sentence rather than the death penalty. We did reach out to the county attorney's office for comment. They tell us at this time a decision hasn't been made. Now, the decision for the death penalty was only for count one, with experts telling us a mistrial for a case like this isn't normal, but it does happen.
I think they understand that they're holding a person's life in their hands. And so it becomes something that, if you're not deliberating, I think it's very difficult to understand and get into the minds of a juror in terms of those, what they're weighing as leniency or what they're weighing as not leniency.
If the new jury happens to have a similar experience, Diaz explains the decision would then go to the judge. A judge will help decide those sentences tomorrow morning for other counts, including sexual assault and burglary. We'll have those details here on 12 News and 12news.com. Live in Phoenix, I'm Tiani Jadaling, 12 News.
Tiani, thank you. Also in